What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing a Chicago Bulls and Memphis Grizzlies game reaction as the trade deadline has officially come to a close now and we got a game right after the trade deadline. I'm extremely sleep deprived because I was up for the vast majority of the night doing other things, to be fair. It's not just looking at Bulls trades to see if there was one, but at the same time as well, to keep an eye on the Chicago Bulls to see if anything was going to get done. And I lost a little bit of hope, so I went to sleep for a tad bit, but I still am extremely tired. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Bulls game today, your player of the game, and stuff in between. We won this game, 118 to 110. And I'm not going to lie, again, as you guys are well aware, I do watch-alongs for these games. I live stream myself reacting to the game and stuff of that nature, watching the game, enjoying the game, sometimes frustrated at the game. But today was definitely a day where I did do a watch-along, I did watch the game, but I was more intrigued with the chat because the chat was kind of talking about the trade deadline and I had to give my reactions on the trade deadline, which I will do in a separate video. But that does mean that a lot of my analysis will not be perfect for this game because a lot of my eyes and my attention was not focused on the game. But here's the one saying that I will say for this game, and I guess why I wasn't necessarily too keen and too impressed with the Chicago Bulls today. I'm thankful that we won. We got a win that we desperately needed. At the end of the day, Memphis are a depleted team, injury-riddled team, unfortunately, and I wish them nothing but the best. I hope they can recover because I think it's a shame that we saw two games between the Bulls and the Grizzlies where both teams were not at their best. It's an absolute shame. I hate versing Western Conference teams when we're hurt and when they're hurt as well because we don't get to see these guys often. We don't see Ja Morant very often. We don't see a Desmond Bane very often. When we verse Denver without Jokic or when Jokic got ejected, we don't see Jokic that often. And as an NBA fan, I want to see these guys. I want to see LeBron James twice a season. I want to see guys like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and when we verse the Clippers very soon, I want to see these guys often. And it sucks that we got to see a season now of no Ja Morant and no Desmond Bane, no Steven Adams, even though he got traded. And, you know, just their key guys being out. It sucks. It really does suck. So, yeah, I guess from that point of view, it wasn't necessarily the most amazing game, and we definitely got robbed from that point of view. But the saying that I'm going to say here is that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. We did win this game. We should have won this game. And I'm thankful that we did win this game. But I can't ignore the fact that we got outworked for 3 out of 4 quarters in that game. I can't ignore something like that. And that bothers me to the core. I think the reason why we won this game, just looking at from an outsider's perspective in many ways, is because we got veterans that know how to finish a game and know how to close a game. Again, we lead the league in clutch minutes production for a reason. Because we do well in the clutch. We have veterans that can close out a game, and we seem to be in a clutch game every single game. We don't get a game where we blow a team out, and we very rarely get a game where we get blown out. So at the end of the day, we are obviously in clutch games a lot, and that's why we do lead in production and whatnot. So again, we had the veterans to close it out. Kobe White came alive in the fourth quarter of this game. Once again, was being very productive, got a couple of clutch free throws to seal the game for the Bulls. DeRozan, fantastic scoring night for DeMar DeRozan. Didn't do a whole lot else, according to the stats. But again, another guy that closed the game out. You got Andre Drummond. Played phenomenally well off the bench. A 20 and 10 night for Andre Drummond off of the bench, which was fantastic to see. And stuff of that nature. So we got the veterans there. And Vucevic alongside of that. We got the veterans there that sealed the game for the Chicago Bulls. That brought it out of Memphis's reach. But 3 out of the 4 quarters we got outworked, and that hurts because look, Memphis have a lot of hard workers on their team. They have no choice. There's a lot of guys on that team that want to prove their worth, not only to the Memphis Grizzlies but to every other team around the league, to secure a future for themselves, to secure a way to stay in the league, to earn a little bit more money, to make a living, and to be in the best league in basketball there is. Simply put. So those guys are they're gonna work. They're going to work hard. But that's where we have to meet them halfway. And I felt like for most of that game, we didn't meet them halfway. I think there's a very big reason why we played Andre Drummond and Nikola Vucevic together in the second half of that game again. Not only because it worked in the last game, it worked in this game as well. But it's because we're outworked. We're getting outworked on the glass. Did you know Memphis had no center today? Jaren Jackson played their forward position. He's technically, I guess he has the size to be a center. And I can understand why you'd want to play two centers there, because you need a bigger guy to maybe guard Jaren Jackson Jr. and whatnot. But they didn't have a center. And we still got outworked on the glass. We still got outworked in transition. We still got outworked in general. And I would say for most of that game, we got outplayed. Just basic ball movement and whatnot. And the open threes that they were able to get from their ball movement. Memphis played a great game today. And I have to give respect to them. But I also feel a little bit of disappointment coming into this game from the Chicago Bulls side of things. Because I felt like we didn't really show up to the plate until late on in the game. And we really didn't bring our best game until late on. This was supposed to be a game where we needed to carry that momentum over. We just beat Minnesota. Minnesota was the first team in the Western Conference, and we beat them. We came back from a big deficit, and we had one of our best wins and most important wins of our season. From that point of view, it looks great. And we're supposed to carry it over to Memphis and really have another strong game from the Chicago Bulls team. And yes, we won, and I'm not going to take anything away from that. But was that the strong response, or that strong game, that strong momentum carrying game you expected from the Chicago Bulls against a depleted Memphis team? I would arguably say no. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. We got 2 wins in a row, and we need more wins in a row. Our next game is against the Orlando Magic. That's going to be a tough game. A game I don't think I'll be doing a watch-along for, but a close, tough game nonetheless, and a direct rival as they are in the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, and that is where we need to be. It's where we need to move up in. And they have a 3-game head start against us at this point in time. So getting a win over them puts us closer to them, but also gives them a loss that could be very much needed in the future. Keep in mind there's tiebreakers and stuff that we've got to get involved with as well in the near future as well. So there we go. That's my game reaction. Not much of analysis of what went wrong, to be honest, and what went right, because again, my eyes were not focused really on the game today. But to give a player of the game, I'm going to give it to Andre Drummond. Why? 21 and 13 off the bench is fairly impressive, and he had the best plus-minus today. So I think Andre Drummond is my player of the game. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments below. We'll be making a reaction to the trade deadline and all the things in between in the next video. My thoughts on it, because I think my thoughts might be a bit different to other people and stuff of that nature. Most of you guys might even know it if you watch the watch along. But thank you for watching. Drop a like and a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next Chicago Bulls related video. Have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.